Hello everybody, my name is Meisterbloo and welcome to my very first Q&A. This is a video where I'm just going to answer some questions that have been asked to me, specifically in response to my announcement of the Q&A, or just things that I feel have been generally asked, and I'm just going to respond to some of them. So let's just dive right in, starting with the first person. At Seishi no Kumi on Twitter asks, would you ever make videos on Ni no Kuni? Ni no Kuni is an interesting one because I've played a lot of it, but I've not made it far at all in that game. I've played a lot of that game because I bought it, I have it right here. I picked it up about, I'd say, shortly after it came out, but because the price dropped pretty fast. I picked it up and I thought, Studio Ghibli animation, that's amazing, I love this. And I played through the game. It's like a mixture of like Harry Potter, some high fantasy story, and like Pokemon, and it's this really weird but cool blend of them. But I haven't made it far. I would love to record it, but again, right now my console stuff, it cannot be recorded because my Hapag recording device is crapped out on me. But I am saving up and should have an Elgato recording device, which is, if you don't know what that is, the one I have is a recording device that you put the component cables into. Those are the red, white, red, green, and blue cables. You put those into, so you don't get full HD, really. You get pretty okay-ish quality, but not the best. An Elgato is the same type of recording device, but you put an HDMI cable into it, and it makes it pretty awesome. And when I have the experience I've had using an Elgato, because one of my friends has one and I've borrowed theirs, the experience I've had with it was just, it was good. So I want to get myself one of those, and thankfully I should be able to in the next month, and console playthroughs should be able to start again. Stuff like Ni no Kuni, it's going to be tricky because I've kind of tried to stick away from huge RPGs, like huge JRPG stories and whatnot, because those do take like hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. However, I am thinking of like shifting directions in some cases with some of my console playthroughs and whatnot in the future once I do get the Elgato. Maybe doing longer videos released once a day without a face cam and whatnot, because face cam gets really hard, especially when I'm using my phone for my camera. I can only record up to like 25 minutes before my camera decides that the file size is too big and it has to shut off. So recording longer videos and whatnot for that would be better, because you can get less parts to get out in a JRPG, like say like 40-minute part or whatnot, released daily for a JRPG. That'd be pretty good because it wouldn't be like 500 episodes long. So as to whether or not I'd make videos on Ni no Kuni, maybe Ni no Kuni at some point. It depends also on what YouTube's like thing is. I don't know what the company Level 5 and Bandai Namco has had some. I've had some problems with them in the past in terms of like copyright stuff on YouTube. So there's a chance I might not be able to, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And if I see enough people wanting Ni no Kuni, I can definitely go play it and take a look and see the response of people. Thank you for your question. Moving on to the second person, Crazy Driver 22501 asks down in the comments section below 2 questions. The first of which, what do you think of Sly 4 compared to the other Sly Cooper games? I was the only person I was waiting outside of GameStop the morning that Sly 4 released, because I had it pre-ordered the day you could pre-order it. And I remember being specifically setting aside the entire day because I was gonna get the game, go home, and just record the entire thing. And there were so many tech problems that day, so much crap that just happened and made it nearly impossible for me to get through, and the quality of the video came out horribly because I wasn't using my equipment, I was using my brother's equipment, which at the time was less quality equipment than what I had because I couldn't use my equipment because my old TV crapped out. Just so many problems had gone on, but I love Sly 4. It's a really fun game. I love the plot of it. I love the ending of it. The main villain isn't that strong, I don't think. He's probably the weakest of all the villains so far, and that's saying much because I don't really like Neela. So he's pretty weak in terms of villains go, because you only really get to know him at all at the very end of the game, and when you fight him, and it's like a little bit of a stronger villain would be okay. However, the rest of the game I loved. I loved all the levels. I loved meeting all the ancestors. I loved playing as Carmelita. That was really fun. I loved playing as Carmelita. My main thing is, I think Sly 4 might be on the lowest point of favorites for me in terms of the Sly series, but that doesn't mean that I don't like it at all. That just means that as much as I like it, I like the other ones better. My favorite is the tie between 1 and 3, I think. 1 and 3. Because playing through 2 again, I'm like, yeah, it's been a while, so maybe some things have kind of aged, and I haven't really noticed it. But yeah, 1 and 3 are tied for like first place. 2 comes right below that. 4 comes right below that. But I do love it. I do love Sly 4. It's really fun and really worth it, especially if you're into the games. The second question this person is asking is, if you can hang out with any celebrity for a day, who would you choose and why? Celebrities are weird. I've met some people that most people wouldn't really consider celebrities. I consider them celebrities. I've met voice actors, and I love voice actors. It's something I really wish I could get into right now. I want to try and get into voice acting so much. I don't know if I have the voice for it, but who knows? I love voice actors, and I've met a few of them. I've gone to conventions, and I've gone to like meet and greets and everything. I chatted a little tiny bit with J. Michael Tatum at a convention that he was at, and I found out that he really wants a Spice and Wolf 3, but sadly I don't think it's gonna happen. I love meeting voice actors. I love meeting other YouTubers. I don't really pay much attention to like quote-unquote real celebrities that often. I don't know who the biggest actors are right now. I don't know who like the biggest TV stars are on right now. I just don't know because I don't pay attention to that stuff. I watch TV sometimes. I watch Netflix for the most part, or I watch movies, and sometimes I'll recognize a face and I'll be like, oh, that's the person, but I typically don't know their name. I don't really know many actual like quote-unquote celebrities, like, because I say quote-unquote because I consider like people like big YouTubers and voice actors, I consider them to be just as much celebrities as other actors, as other people who are considered celebrities. So in terms of that, I'd probably have to say Jesse Cox from YouTube, because if you guys don't know, Jesse Cox is a YouTube gaming channel guy, and he's really funny. He seems like just the coolest guy to meet, and he's personally a big inspiration of all the stuff I've done on YouTube. I love watching his videos. I'm currently just been marathoning the Witcher videos he's been doing recently, and I waited for like at least 40 parts to come out, and finally I just like, all right, I gotta start marathoning this because I love the story of The Witcher, and I love like his reactions to it. So if I could meet like anyone I would consider to be a celebrity, I would love to like meet and spend a day with Jesse Cox and just like hang out with him, maybe play games, maybe drink, just have fun, because he seems like out of all the YouTubers that I like, because I like a lot of YouTubers. I spend more time on YouTube than I will do with TV and movies and anything. So I think that he would be like the coolest guy to like just be like, go hang out, like, hey, I'm gonna go get something to eat. Like, out of all of them, I'd probably say him. So there's your answer. The last question for this video is actually addressing multiple people. It's not one that's been specifically like asked by at least one person. It's been asked by a lot of people, honestly, and I'm not targeting a single person out with this because honestly there are too many people for me to count. And the question is, can I get a shout out? Honestly, if you just straight up come up at me and say like, hey, can I get a shout out? I'm likely not gonna give you a shout out, because then I'm just like, I'm not a big person on YouTube. Me giving you a shout out is going to give you like probably like at least like one extra view on something. So first off, it's kind of pointless for you to ask me to give a shout out. Secondly, I'm starting to do Q&As now. So honestly, the best way you want to get like your name said by me is ask me a question for the Q&A, and I will, of course, like I have been, mention you as the question giver. Unless you guys, and if you guys don't want to be like specified as a question giver, just say anonymous, and I'll totally just be like, this is an anonymous question from a certain person. Yeah, I don't really do shoutouts unless, of course, like in the past I've been gifted a game and I've obviously said thank you so much to this person for giving me this game. I never ask. Here's what I'm gonna say. I don't want people to send me games, but if you do, then I'm not gonna like be like, no, fuck you, and just like throw it back in your face. No, I don't ask for games because I don't like people doing stuff for me. It's not even a pride thing. It's just I don't like people doing stuff for me. But if they do stuff for me, I'm entirely grateful and thankful, and I will obviously thank you. Or if a recommendation has been given to me by at least like one person or a couple people, I will say thank you for your recommendation. This is who recommended the game or anime to me, and yada yada yada. But yes, as for just giving out shoutouts, I don't do that really. I'm not going to be like, today I'm going to shout out this person, let's play a game. Because it doesn't really go with, it pulls me out of playing the game, it pulls me out of watching the anime, it pulls me out of doing a review, it pulls me out of all these things, and it's just like, it feels very phoned in and whatnot, and I don't like feeling like I'm phoning in something. I like real reactions and everything. That's all the questions I have for this one. Of course, if you guys want to ask me more questions, you can leave me comments down in the comment section below. I will get to those in the next Q&A, or you can go find me on Twitter and Tumblr and ask me questions there. I write down all the questions that I have been asked, and I make sure to get through them in the Q&As. Hopefully I can get more questions because I want to start doing this more often. Q&As are a good way for a YouTuber and whoever's watching their stuff to like communicate back and forth and like maybe find out more about me, I find out more about you, stuff like that. And that seems like a really fun idea. So if you guys have any questions for me, just leave them down below or go find me on my social network and I will obviously answer them. Thank you all for watching. My name is Meisterbloo. Hope to see you all in the next video. So until then, everybody, peace out.